think about your problems in your daily life and the obsessions you have in your head. Maybe you put yourself in so much trouble for a very small, unnecessary problem, but you exaggerate it. Maybe you were abandoned by your lover. Maybe you have debts. Or maybe you feel very lonely for some reason. Whenever I feel bad, I go for a 1-hour walk. Then I daydream and think a lot. I'm 27 years old. I'm young and I'm healthy. I am able to go for a walk. That's something. On the other hand, I think about my problems. I never feel completely happy. But I'm not very sad either. I am not in a miserable state, at least in my head. Actually, how we feel about ourselves depends on the change in our mood. And usually, it depends on a reference point. I mean, comparison. We always make comparisons in our lives. We compare ourselves with our friends, with our environments, and we compare ourselves with the conditions of the country we live in. And we make inference accordingly. That's how we grow, I agree, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this determines whether we are happy or not. It shapes our mood. For this reason, the change in other people somehow affects our happiness, and we don't always treat each other very well. However, I think we can make a change about our point of view. To do this, I have a suggestion. What if I told you to compare ourselves with something bigger, like the universe? The universe is so big that we don't know where it finishes. We are in something infinite. Think about it. Think about infinite. Can you? It's so mysterious. Maybe that's what makes it unique. According to the latest data, since the universe is 13.8 billion light years old and the light travels 300,000 kilometers per second, the farthest object we can see can be thought of as 13.8 billion light years away from us. But the radius of the observable universe is about 46 billion light years. The reason for the big difference between the age and the size of the universe is expansion of the universe. Due to the accelerating expansion, stars and galaxies are moving further and further apart from each other. For this reason, an object that we observe when its light reaches us may actually be much further away from us. The diameter of the observable universe is estimated to be about 93 billion light years. In this calculation, the farthest end of the observable universe was calculated to be about 46 and 47 billion light years away. Some parts of the universe are so far away that the light released after the Big Bang cannot reach Earth yet. Therefore, these parts of the universe are outside of the observable universe. Can you imagine how big it is? Okay, shortly, it's immense. In September 1977, NASA launched a robotic spacecraft called Voyager 1 on a mission to study the outer solar system and eventually the interstellar space. The spacecraft is the most distant human-made object from Earth and the first one to leave the solar system. It is still out there traveling at the speed of 64,000 kilometers. As the spacecraft passed Saturn, it turned its camera to Earth one last time and took this photo. It is called Pale Blue Dot. It is a photograph of planet Earth taken on February 14, 1990 by the Voyager 1 space probe from a record distance of about 6 billion kilometers. In this photo, Earth's apparent size is less than a pixel. The planet appears as a tiny dot against the vastness of space, among bands of sunlight reflected by the camera. Here, Carl Sagan gives us a brief summary of Pale Blue Dot. Every human being who ever was lived there, on a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors, so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on a scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Or posturings, or imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe, are challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in a great, enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit? Yes. Settle? Not yet. Like it or not, for the moment the Earth is where we make our stand. It's been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of the human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we have ever known. Whenever you feel lonely, think about this. Interestingly, this will make you feel courageous.